Now class 6, class 7. Class 7, um, the chapter is Roots, book Roots, chapter 6. M. Krishnan, nature spokesman. M. Krishnan's nature spokesman on behalf of the nature, natural beauty, the nature. And writer is Ramchandra Guha. Ramchandra Guha. My wife and I were recently discussing people we admire. The writer himself and his wife were discussing about the nature, about the people whom they admired. High on her list was the artist and writer Manjula Padmanabhan. High on the list was the writer Manjula Padmanabhan, and high on mine, that is on the list of the wife of the writer. The name was Manjula Padmanabhan, and on the list of the writer, the name was M. Krishnan. Likewise, an artist and writer of varied gifts and originality of expression. Now, this M. Krishnan was artist and writer with many qualities. Krishnan was, among other things, an accomplished writer in Tamil. Now, Krishnan also a very accomplished, great writer in Tamil. He grew up in Chennai, the youngest son of the celebrated novelist and social reformer R. Madhavaya. Now, Krishnan's own last work was a detective novel in his mother tongue. Krishnan's last work was a detective novel, a posthumous collection of his Tamil essays. Posthumous means after his death. All this collection was published. Edited by the scholar and naturalist Theodore Vaskaran, has been published under the title Magicalium Catilicium. This is a South Indian word. All of you look at the book and very carefully look at the spelling. He was also a very talented wildlife photographer. That is, Krishnan was a very talented, he had a great talent of photographer. The camera he used was called Super Pandurasa. The camera he used was called Super Pandurasa. It was put together from pieces garnered from here and there. He put together all the pieces he gathered from here and there. A lens from East Germany, a cap and shutter from Malaysia, nuts and bolts from Burma Bazaar, and lot held together by some neighborhood string. And also from the neighborhood he collected all the things. But he took staggeringly good pictures, but with this he could take with very good pictures. Some are represented in a 1985 collection called Nights and Days. There was a collection of book, name of the book Nights and Days. There he published all these pictures. Now, better still, in a book put together in 2006 by Ashish and Shanti Chandaula and TNA Perumal, carrying the title I in the Jungle. The title is I in the Jungle. Then again, Krishnan was a marvelous prose stylist in his adopted language. Now, he could write marvelous prose in English. Growing up, I spent many enjoyable hours in his company reading his fortnightly country notebook column in the Statesman. In the Statesman, he wrote a column. Much later, I had the privilege of making a selection from essays he had published over 50 years. This book was published in 2000, is called Nature Spokesman, M. Krishnan and Indian Wildlife. The name of the book is M. Krishnan and Indian Wildlife. Here he wrote marvelous prose in his beautiful English language and also many pictures. Lastly, Krishnan was a pioneering environmentalist and conservationist. That is, he wanted to protect the nature and love nature. He knew and practiced environmental education before that term had been coined. He knew and practiced He knew and practiced environmental education. Now, nature study, the Hindu, on 18th May 1947, the school approach to nature study, wrote his former school teacher, is fundamentally unsound. It is based on the theory that one must proceed from elementary, understandable things. There is simplification and selection and logical reason steps guide the approach. But the fact is that nature is not simple, logical, and reasoned. Thank God that it is not. There is no need to fully understand anything in all its structure and complexity to be alive to its charm. What makes living things fascinating is their behavior, not their anatomy. Children in primary school should get to know the common wild plants and birds. So nature is always beautiful, and try to understand nature in its natural form. Don't try to understand the anatomy, but its beauty, natural beauty. They should learn a little later, perhaps, the story of the domestic animals. They should be taken out to see nature for themselves, to be given pleasant books with gay. Children should be provided with colorful books with many pictures so that they can enjoy. Krishnan was India's best all-round naturalist. Salim Ali knew much more than him about Indian birds. Now, Krishnan was India's all-round naturalist. He was a great lover of nature. Salim Ali knew much more than him about Indian birds. Salim Ali, another person, he knew much more than Krishnan about Indian birds. Jean Corbett better understood the behavior of large mammals in the wild. Some botanists were more closely acquainted with Indian plants, some herpetologists with Indian reptiles. So, the Krishnan was best known Indian naturalist, and he loves nature very much. Jim Corbett better understood the behavior of large mammals in the wild. Some botanists were more closely acquainted with Indian plants, some herpetologists with Indian reptiles, but no one knew as much as Krishnan about so many different aspects of the natural world in India. But Krishnan knows much more about the natural world in India. Krishnan lived and died in Chennai, but spent much of the year in the field, accompanied only by his camera. He lived and died in Chennai, but spent most of the time in field, accompanied only by his camera, a notebook, a sketch pad, and a change of clothes. He was familiar with the snows of the Himalayas, the desert of Rajasthan, the mangroves of the Sundarbans, and the grassland of the Deccan. So he loved all these places. He wrote quite beautifully about those varied terrains and about the insects, plants, birds, animals that inhabited them. He loved all the nature and the natural animals, the desert of Rajasthan, the grassland of the Deccan, and he wrote beautifully about the terrains, about the insects, plants, birds, animals that inhabited them. The best introduction to Krishnan is through his writings. We know Krishnan very well through his writings. So let me now quote from some of the thousands of nature essays that he published on his long and very full life. I shall begin with an essay published in 1961 when the government of India was deciding upon the choice of national bird. Now, the best introduction to Krishnan is through his writings. We can know Krishnan very well through his writings. So let me now quote from some of the thousands of nature essays that he published in his long and very full life. Now, he wrote many essays. He published all of these in his life. Here Krishnan said the leading candidate was the peacock. The leading creature was peacock, for everyone knows it and has seen it. It is to be found all over India, and it is intimately and anciently associated with our religions and countryside legends and culture. Further, it is so distinctive in its arresting beauty that it lends itself to unmistakable formalized description. In fact, it has been so depicted in our folk and classical art. So, Krishnan was lived in Chennai and died there, but throughout his life he traveled many places of India. He was a great environmentalist and conservationist. He wanted to protect and conserve the nature. He loved all the birds and the natural fruits, flowers, everything, and he admired the beauty of all the birds, but he admired the beauty of peacock very much. Peacock is our national bird, and he admired that it is and appreciated and said that peacock is closely associated with our rich heritage. Now today up till this, my students, next day the remaining part I will teach and explain it to you. Okay, thank you very much.